The NBL was definitely one of my highlights of my pro career. The hype was real high for me.
He has got some serious hops.
Bill Thompson and the Hobart Devils, they hyped me up pretty high. So I felt like that I had to come out and really show the NBL that, hey, this guy, he's going to be a real, superstar in the league, and he's going to bring highlights and people I was trying to actually get fans to come and watch me, no matter where I was at. And I think it worked out pretty good. Everywhere I went all over Australia, it seemed like that I had some pretty good fans there. So, I mean, it's real exciting, for me to hear you say that, people still remember those days, because, I mean, that's been 25 years ago. So, yeah, that's a real good feeling. I was a leaper, and I could score. And I think I kind of showed them some other dimensions, of my game. The people that, they heard all about the jumping and, the dunking and all this, but they didn't really know that I was a shooter and could score and, pretty much could do everything else. So I think that's really actually what I kind of showed the league that, this guy's going to be hard to stop because he can do a lot of things, and that's really what I wanted to show him. I still talk to one of my agents, from back then, and he was telling me that he had heard that they were trying to get another team back, and I was real excited, for the people in Tasmania, because I was in love with the people there. I loved the place, and I loved the league. The NBL was a great league, and I was really happy that they were getting a team back because for the fans there, that would be great for them. Then when they said I was coming to Australia, I thought I was going to be in like Sydney or Brisbane or somebody like that. And then when they said that he was going to be in Tasmania, Hobart, I was like, where is that? I had to look on the map and see exactly where it was at. So, but Tasmania was beautiful though. I love Tasmania. We stayed almost 10 months, and I don't think I got homesick one time. Being in Tasmania. If I had one thing to do in my whole pro career, because I lasted about 10 to 11 years playing pro ball overseas, and I think one of my regrets was not staying in Australia a lot longer. I would have loved, if Australia would offer me exactly what I got, I would have definitely stayed in Australia for sure, because I loved Australia. The Hobart Devil fans was great. I mean, they embraced me from the time I got there to the time I left. I mean, it was a great experience, because like I said, I could ask anybody, for anything in Hobart, and they would help me out. And I mean, the fans were just great. I mean, that's why I'm really glad that they're getting another team there, because they really do embrace their players and their organization there. So I think, if the organization gets there and they get the right players and everything down there, the sky's the limit for Hobart. Like you said, I'm glad Hobart, is back, and they got their team back going. And I just hate I couldn't have took them, to where I thought the place should have been, And we had the right type of players. I think just the situation wasn't right. But I think, like you said, they're in desperate and in need and wanting probably of a great thing to go on in Hobart, and then they deserve it. I was a leaper, probably when I was 10, 11, 12 years old. I started dunking a basketball, and I was a big track runner. I still have the state records in high jump, long jump, and triple jump here in the state of Virginia. No one's broke my high jump and long jump records yet. So I was always a leaper, and then I grew about 5 inches. I was around that 5'10", 5'11" range, and then all of a sudden I come back 6 months later, and I'm 6'4". So that was really all I needed, was to get that little height, and once I got that little height, it was a done deal. Then I was, going around hitting my head on the rim. So it was it was definitely a great feeling after that. Had to end up having a massive heart attack, and I kind of inherited it from my family. My dad had a bad heart, so I was in great shape. So it was kind of surprising to everybody that I had a heart attack. So yeah, but everything is good now. I'm doing the things I'm supposed to do, and I'm back with whatever 100% is. I'm back to that. So hopefully I can stay there and hopefully keep on moving forward with life. Hobart Devils really put they really put a an emphasis on my life, and I mean I don't think I probably wouldn't have ended up being the person and being my career the way it went without being at Hobart. Hobart really taught me a lot. And, they humbled me and made me grow as a player. So I really appreciate them, and just glad I got that opportunity.